Hello, my name is Amanda Ann Gregory, and I'm a trauma psychotherapist, trainer, and speaker. And today I'm going to give you a sneak peek at my presentation, Anxiety in the Workplace. Learn practical techniques to manage anxiety at work. Well, here's the thing, anxiety can actually be a good thing. There's a ton of benefits to experiencing anxiety at work, during work, or maybe even after work. Anxiety could help us with our motivation. It could make us more productive. It could improve our quality of our work when we really truly care about what we're doing. Anxiety could help us have empathy for our coworkers and other people in our lives. It could also help us with strategizing. And in many positions, there's a ton of strategizing that needs to be done. Anxiety is a cousin of excitement. They're two very similar emotions. So, anxiety could actually help us to feel excited about workplace projects or tasks. And remember, anxiety is there to help us to be safe. Anxiety can help us notice when we're not safe or perhaps when we are getting close to becoming unsafe. So, before I say anything at all, I just want to remind you that there are a ton of benefits to anxiety. Anxiety isn't the bad guy in any means, but we do need to know how to manage it, especially in a workplace setting. So, what are some signs of some significant anxiety or anxiety that might be a bit out of control? Well, let's discuss some emotional signs. If you're persistently anxious, nervous, or just feeling overwhelmed, if you worry a lot and possibly about many different things, if you have racing thoughts, thoughts that you just can't stop, or if you're irritable, these may be signs of significant anxiety. Also, anxiety can impact us physically. Let's say you have to miss work often because you're frequently ill. Perhaps you have muscle tension. Your muscles get so tight and they actually become achy or painful. You get headaches or migraines. You're fatigued during or especially after work. You have GI issues, diarrhea or stomach issues, and sleep issues. These can all be symptoms of anxiety that is significant or perhaps has gotten out of hand and needs to be managed. Here's a few other signs that might impact your workplace performance. You may not be able to concentrate as much as you used to. You may not be as detail oriented. You may notice yourself making mistakes that you wouldn't have made in the past. Maybe you're less productive. Perhaps you're missing days of work. Maybe you're avoiding certain tasks or procrastinating. Perhaps you're having conflicts with your colleagues or your boss. You might feel socially isolated, or perhaps making sure that you're isolated by pushing people away or avoiding them. Perhaps you find yourself constantly working. So maybe you're super productive, but you just can't stop working and you're not embracing a work life balance. And you're constantly thinking about work all of the time. Well, if any of these are you, you might want to think of learning some new anxiety management skills. Now, here's the thing, anxiety management is not a fix. We're not going to fix anxiety. Anxiety isn't the problem, it's about how it's managed or unmanaged. Now, when you're looking into skills, remember that one size never fits all. I don't care if it's an intervention that works for 98.9% of people. Well, it may not work for you, and that's okay. The big thing is finding what works for you and using it often. And when you learn these anxiety managed skills, you're actually building a toolbox. You really need multiple skills, not just one. Because if you find one skill that works for you, that's wonderful. But that skill may not always work in that particular context. It may not work in that environment. So we really want to have multiple skills that we can use to manage our anxiety that works for us. If you would like more information about anxiety management or trauma treatment, check out my website and social media. And if you would like to schedule me for a speaking engagement, reach out to me as well.